everybody, my name is Gabriela Rivera and this is my partner Tucker, and today we're going to show you what it's like to clicker train with a large animal. So of course Tucker's a cow, so there's just a little bit of a difference between clicker training a dog and clicker training a cow, but really it's not that much different. It's just that instead of being able to teach tricks like sit or high five or stand or something like that, we have to teach things that are a little bit more practical for class. So for him, we've been working on how to walk into a stanchion, how to walk well with a halter, and how to let people work with him. So the first thing that we did was that we had to charge a clicker. This right here in my hands is a clicker, and what I do is when he does something that I like, I click and then I give him a treat. So the first trick that we ever taught him was hand targeting, and I use that as a basis for all the tricks. So I'll show you what that looks like. So what I call it is a high five. So I tell him, Tucker, high five, and he knows he has to touch his nose to my hand, and then I click and treat. So you can see this up close. Tucker, high five, click, and then so we're gonna work on a trick that we call the straight back. And what this trick is I'm gonna stand with my side against his side, and we're gonna walk backwards together in a synchronized fashion. So he learned this trick a bit of on accident, but I liked it, so I clicked and treated it, and after that he learned it, and it's actually one of his favorite tricks. So what I do is I take my right hip, and I put my right hip right against his left shoulder, and then I tell him straight back, and we're gonna walk backwards in a line together. After I think it's been far enough, I click, and then I give him a treat. Now, we used this trick to get out of the stanchion because it is kind of a tight quarter. So what we do is after he gets out of the stanchion, I have him do a straight back out. And we'll show you that later on in the video as well. All right, so another thing that we've been working on with him is walking nicely while he's on the lead. And one of the biggest complications that he's been having is walking across the ramp that goes from his pen to the arena area. So this is an area that I've been really working on having him next to me in almost like a field position and following me nicely. So we're going to show you what this looks like. You see how he's walking next to me and he's walking with a good distance from me. Once we get across the ramp, I'm going to once again click, and then I'm going to treat. And then here we are. All right, so we're going to demonstrate to you how Tucker walks up and into a stanchion. So this was a bit of a harder trick for him to learn because most of the cows don't really appreciate walking into the stanchion. But because it is something that we have to work on in lab, it's something that I feel is very important that he needed to learn. So we're going to do a quick turn, and then we're going to come into the stanchion, and he might fight back a little bit, but the key is to make sure that you walk with purpose, so that way he understands that you're in control and not him. All right, let's go. So we're going to do a quick turn, and then we're going to come into the stanchion. And you see how I'm walking with purpose? He's going to offer his head, I'm going to pass it along, I'm going to click to tell him he did a good job. And then I'm going to close the stanchion on him, if I can get it closed. And then I'm going to click one more time, and then I'm going to throw some grain down there. So now that he's in the stanchion, he could be able to be worked with, and we would tie him up with a quick release knot so he could be worked with in lab. All right, so now that I have him in the stanchion, I want to then remove him after the lab is over. So what I do is I open up the stanchion, I take the rope and make sure that it comes through the same hole that he came in the beginning. I'm going to get his attention, and then we're going to take a straight back right out of here. That way it prevents him from hitting his head on any of the rails or any of the sidebars here. So I have to get his attention, Tucker, and I'm going to tell him straight back, and then he and I are going to walk together back out of the stanchion. Once he's out, I'm going to click, and once again, I'm going to treat. So once again, as I said, we've been working a lot on his walking on the halter. So we're going to show you what he's been working on, and I call it walking nice, and it just means that he's going to keep a good distance from me, and we're going to be able to walk around the arena with him focused on the way that I'm walking and not getting ahead of me or tripping or jumping up in the air or anything crazy like that. So we're going to walk away, and then we're going to walk forward. So you see how he's maintaining a good distance from me. We're going to do a quick turn. And sometimes he gets a little unfocused, so I have to get back in front of him and then get him again. All right, so Tucker once again is gonna walk on the lead a little bit, and he may get a little feisty, so you're gonna see that I might have to tug on him a little bit to get him back into focus. So I'm gonna start out getting him, come on, he's walking a good distance from me. We're gonna do a quick spin. Stop. And then we're gonna walk forward again. And once I'm satisfied, I'm gonna click, and I'm gonna choose. Nice.